meeting to order. First order of business will be the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to welcome everybody to our first meeting of the year. It's a cold night for the meeting, but we'll get through this. Counselor Johnson apologizes. He had some things come up, so he's not able to be here tonight. We'll move on to the consent agenda. Item A, December 19th, 2023, regular council meeting minutes. And item B, Bryce Roby probation completed.
I'll move the consent agenda.
Second.
We have a motion in a second. I'd like to congratulate Mr. Roby. He's shown to be a good leader down at the Public Works Street Department. Appreciate his work and we've been able to do so. Congratulations on that. Any other discussion? Otherwise, Brandy?
Aye.
JP?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
And David is aye. Public input. We have the Goodhue County Sheriff's Office once again. You'd like to come on up and have some people with you tonight, so.
Thought I was gonna be on the report session, but I'll go early, Mayor, no problem. Good evening, councilors, Mayor, City Administrator. My name is Chad Steffen. I'm a captain with the Goodhue County Sheriff's Office. My position provides oversight and general command of the Emergency Management Communications Division. I'm here tonight just to, one, introduce myself for those of you that don't know me, but two, introduce to you the two people that really truly hold our emergency management functions across the county together and kind of give them a brief summary on what they do. So beside these two people behind me, 14 people below me serve in the 911 center that serves all of Goodhue County. Last year we handled 75,859 calls for service. And I don't have a breakdown to what those were that originated out of the city of Pine Island, but that's an awful lot of calls. And so we are doing better at improving those services by going up 2 more full-time people this year. So we're excited to onboard them here. We got a couple of conditional offers out, and we'll have those people onboarded in a couple months with 6 months of training or so. And so I'm happy to introduce to you our Emergency Management Director, Earl Merkowitz, and our Deputy Director, Mallory McCarthy, and I'll let them say a couple words.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Just want to kind of introduce myself. So my name is Earl Merkowitz. New to the Goodhue County Sheriff's Office in the last, 6-7 months now. I got hired back in May. Just a little bit about me, just so you understand kind of who's kind of standing before you. I have almost 18 years of public safety experience, both in law enforcement and also firefighting. So I've been cross-trained as a firefighter and as law enforcement for almost 18 years between both those positions. 22 years in the Minnesota Air National Guard. So just a little bit about me too in response to emergency management. I've had the chance to deploy not only into local disasters, but also all around the world in hurricane capacity and stuff like that. So a lot of experience in emergency management, and I bring that to this position, not only at the local level, but also at kind of more of a national level response to those things. Grew up in a very much small town down by Rochester, come from Eota, so I'm very familiar with kind of smaller town and then kind of how smaller towns work. Like I said, I grew up in that kind of a rural setting my whole life. A little bit about us here in emergency management with Goodhue County. I'm really excited about this position. I'm really excited about working in smaller towns like with your city specifically. Something we're doing specifically local here is we're really working with the school district to implement some school safety stuff initiatives. The school district has got a great program already in place, but what we're really trying to implement is more of a program and a process that's going to be applicable all across the county. So whether you're responding as a public safety entity in an incident, whether in Pine Island, Kenyon, Cannon Falls, or Red Wing, it's kind of more that standard response to both from the public safety side, but also from the school district side, so that both sides of that coin can expect kind of a same process no matter where they're a part of. Also, it allows the school district to be part of that solution because they may be asked to help out a Cannon Falls or another entity. So we're trying to standardize that across the whole county. It'll look a little different in each community, but again, that's something that we've been working on specifically here to Pine Island. My philosophy is, and it's kind of an old philosophy in emergency management, is all disasters start locally and end locally. And, we want to be within Goodhue County Emergency Management, be a resource for you guys to call upon if you ever have anything. I know, years past, flooding had been an issue here in this city, but obviously with a lot of the, buyouts and things that have happened, obviously it's less of an issue here. But obviously, we're always tuned into those things. The other thing that I want to really you to think about is, as planned events come up, whether it be a city festival, like like you guys have every year with Cheese Fest and stuff like that, want us to be a resource to call upon. I've got a lot of experience with event planning and stuff like that. We have resources at a regional level that we can bring in from all across southeastern Minnesota to help with those kind of planned festivals. And obviously, if that bad day does happen, we have a lot of resources and people with experience that we can call upon to bring in if we ever need to also. So just kind of want to introduce myself. Like I said, Melanie McCarthy, she's new. She's got hired a couple months ago. She comes with a lot of experience, both academically, and we're really excited to have another full-time person here in the county to help back me up in those kind of positions also.
Hello. Yeah, I just moved to the area. I'm from Mankato, South Mankato. I don't claim Mankato, but I'm from a small town.
I wouldn't
too.
either.
So yeah, I'm just excited to be in this area. I was able to go on a ride along last week, so I was able to see the county and get orientated. So I'm really excited to be here. So thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome. Congratulations.
Yeah, so you can see these two individuals make my job a lot easier, which I appreciate. And most importantly, it's nice that I can just kind of let the emergency management function and that part of our division just operate as we need to be. Because one of the other things that our division does is we maintain and operate a large simulcast radio system in Goodhue County, which is a statewide radio system. All of the fire department uses that. And I'm happy to let you know today, if you haven't already heard, is the sheriff's office was able to donate thus far 10 mobile radios to your public works users. And I believe there's plans they start getting them in those trucks. That's so important and so critical. One of the last government bodies and departments that are finally coming onto the Armor system. Why is it important to be on the Armor system? Interoperable communications, right? You just heard Director Merkowitz here tell you that all events start local and end local. And everyone involved in those events, from your public works staff to your fire staff, to your emergency management, to your law enforcement, really need to have the interoperable communication. So it's nice to be able to bring on public works here in the months to come. I hope to be able to donate a lot more equipment to the public works department down here in Pine Island and a couple of other cities across the county. The county's in a good position now to be able to do that, and we'll continue to maintain that system. That system is online 99.9% of the time. It does not fail. Right. And so we build in a lot of redundancies, and a lot of my job is responding at all hours of the day and night to any alarms on some of those failures. So I'm excited to see Public Works come online, and that interoperable communications will go a long way. And honestly, I don't think your Public Works folks are going to be missing when little Johnny pukes in the back of the bus on the radio that they have today.
I was gonna say,
So-
there's a traffic there.
So
So that's truly appreciated. Our public works guys do a tremendous job and they're busy, so they collaborate well with our emergency management, so.
yes, sir.
That's a big help.
So instead of leaving multiple business cards, I will tell you that all of my information, the director here and Mallory behind me both have our contact information on the website. If you certainly want to call us, by all means, just call the sheriff's office and ask. We're always open for emails and questions if you have them.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thanks for your work.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, council, we'll move on to administration. Item A is resolution 24-01, approving the 2024 boards and committees.
I'll move 2401.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second.
Mr. Mayor, I do have one. We do have a handout before you. We had a clerical error under the library board. In the packet, it stated Tanya Burns would be on the library board, but in fact, Tanya had left the board and Ann Swanson had taken their spot. So Ann Swanson should be on that resolution, and there is a handout before you.
Reserve the correction on the boards and committees.
So because it came out with the packet, do we need to somehow change the motion to be
With the
this?
addendum.
No, if you could just clarify that
All right, so I
resolution
will
is the handout.
make a motion that we will approve resolution 2401 based on the updated handout from council.
Second.
Ms. Brandy,
Aye.
JP,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
David is aye. Thank you to all those individuals that step up and serve on those committees and boards, very much appreciated. Resolution 24-02 is approving the 2024 fee schedule that was in the packet.
I'll move resolution 2402.
Second.
A motion is second, everything is looking fair on there, nothing too major changes, and I'm sure with changes in St. Paul, we're gonna see changes as well, so. Brandy,
Aye.
JP,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
and David is aye on the fee schedule. Resolution 24-03 is supporting an inclusive and welcoming community. And this is that declaration that we had here.
So, Mr. Mayor, this is a declaration that was passed by council in 2020. Through the work on a local diversity, equity, and inclusion committee that Councilmember Hildebrand and I serve on. It was suggested to the city to maybe revisit it every so often as the council switches over so that we can keep this front and center throughout the year as we make decisions that affect the community.
We have a motion,
I'll move resolution 2403.
Second.
a motion and a second.
Sorry.
Again, thank you to the members on the committee that are meeting and addressing some of the concerns, very much appreciated. Brandy,
Aye.
JP,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
and David is aye. Resolution 24-04 is accepting donations of $34,910.35 from the Pine Island Relief Association.
So, Mr. Mayor, just a little history. Our Pine Island Fire Relief Association collects through charitable gambling, creates a fund each year. In the past, they used to donate to the city and the Rural Fire Board every other year. The last 2 years, instead of doing that, they've just split it. Half goes to the Rural Fire Board, half goes to the city each year. So that's why we're seeing a donation 3 years in a row. This does go into Fund 280, so the city can track it because there are certain limitations to how the funds can be used. But this would go into that Fund 280 so that it could be used for equipment purchases and things of that nature.
This is money we typically spend back on the fire department, correct?
Correct.
So we use it, I mean, they donate to us, then we buy things for them with this donated money.
Correct. Yep, we can spend it on whichever equipment we want. It doesn't necessarily have to be for the fire department. However, typically, that's how we have done it in the past.
I'll move resolution 2404.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Anyways, Brandy,
Aye.
JP,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
David is aye, thank you. Resolution 24-05 is accepting the state public safety aid, which I think is like 168,000, I believe, for Pine Island.
Yep, this was one-time money that the Minnesota legislature passed last year in the omnibus tax bill. The city was allocated approximately $168,000. This is one-time public safety money. Typically, these dollars go into the general fund. I'm asking for council to accept the funds and to place it in the 250 special fund so that we can better track it and use it for public safety specific expenses.
I'll move resolution 2405.
I'll second.
A motion and second, 2405, accepting the state public safety aid. Any other discussion? Otherwise, Brandy,
Aye.
JP,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
and David is aye. Item F is the Chamber of Commerce request to rent the Creamery building off-season, I believe for Winterfest.
No, this is
Nope.
for
Garage sale.
citywide garage
Garage sale.
sales.
That'd be cold.
I'll move, approval of Chamber of Commerce request to rent the creamery during the off-season.
Yeah, I'll second.
The motion is second to grant the request to rent off season.
Come on, come on, you can do it. I'm just kidding.
Brandy,
Aye.
JP,
Aye.
Mike.
Aye.
Is aye, which leads us to item G, which is a request of the Chamber of Commerce to waive the creamery rental fee
I'll,
associated.
I'll, make a motion to approve the waiver of the rental fee for the Chambers Creamery rental.
I'll second.
A motion is second, and just for people to understand, in the request like this, the Chamber of Commerce sponsors events. And in this, they are requesting a waiver of the normal or the typical rental fee for the cheese factory building down there. And this is for their citywide garage sale.
Is this assuming that they open it up, close it, clean it, so that we're not incurring expenses of bringing somebody in to open it for them?
They'll get a key like any rental, right?
Okay,
Yeah, it's only like a few days before our.
And they're
normal rental
expected to
season
leave it
opens
clean
anyway,
like
so
any rental.
It'll probably be open and ready to go anyway.
I think, yeah, they're expanding things this year between the Legion and the cheese factory. So it's going to be quite a few vendors.
Yeah, they'll have craft and vendor show.
That one. So Brandy,
Aye.
JP,
aye.
Mike,
Aye.
and David is aye, which moves on to item H, which is a request to approve zoning enforcement forbearance agreement. Mouthful there.
So before you in the packet, we have a forbearance agreement. This is in regards to the property located at 812 White Pines Road Southeast. It's kind of located in between CJ Auto and Miller Auto Express. There are some gentlemen from Driven Motors here in the audience. They would like to also have a automobile sales lot at that location. This property is located or zoned C2, so automobile sales is an accepted use. There are conditions for that use, one of them being that the sales lot is paved. Currently, it is a gravel lot. Being that it is January, they are unable to get that paved until there's better weather. So they are asking for allowance of use of the property, acknowledging that they are not in compliance with the zoning code. Attorney Vos drafted this forbearance agreement, just stating that they are aware, they are using it out of compliance. They will bring the lot into compliance by August 1st, I believe is the date on there. If they aren't able to do that, they would cease operation. The agreement was signed by the property owner. The Driven Motors is the leasing tenant, but we did have the agreement signed by the property owner because he's the one who we held liable for that agreement. Within that agreement, they waive any contest to basically say they didn't know that they were operating outside of the conditions of the agreement. So
I'll move the approval for the request to approve zoning enforcement forbearance agreement.
Second.
There's a motion and a second, with the understanding that property would be brought up to requirements by August 1st. Any other discussion or questions? Like Steven said, Bob helped draft the agreement on this, so he's comfortable with the language as written as well.
So just for a little clarity, this is where the current, I think it's Cans.
Cans
property, they've got
Campers.
Those sheds that sit out there.
Mhm.
Is the car lot gonna be in place of the sheds, behind the sheds?
I believe both will be using the lot.
So that, I mean, are we, okay, are they, I mean,
Right behind it is gravel.
right, so there's a little, what I'm looking on the map is you've got the gravel area around the main building, you got a small little gravel area, then along, cul-de-sac type gravel drive, are they turning that all into asphalt for cars? I mean,
So the understanding that we came to was any area being used for car sales will be paved. So if they're not using that lower lot, because I believe Cans is going to continue continue to,
Any car for sale will need to be parked on a hard surface.
exactly, yep.
We're just trying to see how big of an area they're talking.
So yeah, if they don't have the inventory to fill up that upper and lower lot, there wouldn't be any need to pay the entire.
Council. We have the motion, a second on the floor. And Brandy.
Aye.
JP.
Aye.
Mike.
Aye.
Which concludes our administrative portion. We go into the planning commission. Anything on the agenda for that? Works and engineering. The relatively quiet here. Nothing under legal. We'll move on to claims.
Approval of claims.
Second.
Motion and a second on claims. Brandy.
Aye.
JP.
Aye.
Mike.
Aye.
And David is aye, which will bring us into department monthly reports under the administrator. Anything you want to share for updates?
Everything's in my report, but I would like to, give a shout out to Pines, which is our Pine Island notification and engagement system, that we launched, which is our public notification system. So, we've launched this and we'll have ads in the paper, and we're working on a mailer out to all the residents to get as many people as we can to sign up for, so residents can sign up for email, text message, or a phone call, and then they can choose which information that they would like to receive notifications on.
For all those that ask, it can be customized as it says on the description.
Yes.
Reading's hard.
Read the description.
Tell your friends, sign up. You can't say you weren't told about
This
this.
day and age, there's no reason you shouldn't know.
So, no, it's gonna be an excellent way for people to be updated, especially getting into the summertime, if there's pool updates, park updates, city updates. It's gonna be a great tool.
If you're gonna lose access to your driveway because of a construction project, I'm just throwing one out there. Yeah.
You mean people didn't know that?
Right, so we got a lot of things in process, so.
Cuts a little
Ms.
close.
Rachel with the library. Good evening.
Good evening. I am Rachel Graham, the librarian here in town. So it's great to see faces in the audience. Welcome, everybody. I just have a couple of things. Just letting you all know that One Town, One Title is going to be starting at the end of the month. We'll be distributing our books at Winterfest as our beginner at the chili and soup feed over at the golf course. We're doing the Town One, Population 485 by Michael Perry. He was a firefighter in New Auburn, Wisconsin, a town of 485 people, if you can imagine that. And he's also an essayist, and he's on Wisconsin Public Radio and does all kinds of things with humor and small town life. So I think he's gonna be a very good speaker. He'll be here at the end at the beginning of March, and we've got lots of programming. So take a look at our website. It's also in my report. Kids programming is restarting in February on the 7th. It's Wednesday. Story time will be every Wednesday at 10 a.m. at the library, and every other Friday starting on February 9th, there'll be music and movement. If you want to come and see some very energetic toddlers and preschoolers, come on Friday. It's a lot of fun. We've got a new program that we're doing with the brewery, South by Southeast Brewing Company. We're doing Sip and Spell. It's an adult spelling bee. Come on out, enjoy a beer, and either try to spell some words that may or may not be easy, or laugh at others who are doing the same. Registration starts at 5:30 at the brewery for that.
When is this? I'm sorry.
The
I'm listening
25th.
now. Thank you.
And then we'll also have it again in
I'm
April
going.
and again in October. So we would love to have lots of participation. Registration is free, but we are asking for a donation for the food shelf. And I think they asked for soup. Otherwise, I am, as part of my community outreach, I am part of the Age-Friendly Pine Island Initiative. And we do have a couple of listening sessions coming up to kind of get input from the community about age-friendly and what we want to see in our community. Age-friendly is an AARP designation that we have, but it's actually to make the community good for all residents. Our first listening session is tomorrow at 6, and then we also have one on the 28th at 1:30 in the afternoon, both at the senior center. And if anyone is interested, you can call the library to get the phone number to register for those. Or if you know Marie Halava, just send her a note and she's in charge of those. So that's all I have for you tonight. Any questions?
Thanks.
Thank you.
For your work on this.
Yeah, thank you.
Public Works. Shout out to you guys. for
Great
getting
job
those
for,
cleared.
with this first snow we finally got, and then getting that brutal cold, streets are looking nice.
For your work on that.
Some extra help at the ice rink with the new boards. That was appreciated and it's gonna be a learning process yet, but having the boys down there at the blower was huge, so.
Which from the ED is not here, fire department. Oh, this year with 485 calls. That's all important between. This year. Busy year.
The year, yeah.
Thank you doesn't quite cut it.
No, but
Mhm.
thank you.
We already got to introduce, do you have any other updates? You got Fuller Plunge coming up,
Yeah,
too.
no, I won't waste your time and I wasn't prepared to speak on behalf of the sheriff, but I'll just say this, couple points of interest. Right now, the sheriff's command staff, we're working on the annual report that will be given to the Board of Commissioners. I'm sure it will be distributed to the rest of the cities throughout the county and certainly online to review. And because I'm in front of you, I'm gonna toot my own horn. We are the best division in the sheriff's office, if you didn't know that. And so Emergency Management Communications have some exciting things going on this year. We hope to take possession of our new emergency command and communications vehicle, which will be the first in the state that has the ability to answer 911 calls anywhere that vehicle is located for any of the 4 counties on the shared 911 system. There is no other agency in the state that can do that. So we're looking forward to that. Not to mention, we also plan on bringing that thing to Cheese Fest, other community events to be, 1, visibility, 2, to provide the extra public safety resources should we ever need that. So really excited about that. I hope for a 3rd quarter, but the way things are being produced, it's probably a 4th quarter kind of thing.
First quarter of 25.
Yeah, and a year and a half ago, we signed the paperwork for the procurement of it. The vendor just told us that it's in production fabrication this month. By the end of this month, it'll be going into paint, and then it will spend the rest of its time on their line to run all the cabling inside. You could imagine it's pretty impressive. So we're really excited about that. It's going to be a huge asset, not just for communications, but for any kind of incident management and scene operation procedures. So look forward to that report coming. That'll have details for all the divisions across the office. And I'll leave it at that. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? We get into observations tonight for project. Nice. Thanks for coming tonight. Good job. Really good to see the young faces show up too, so. Right,
Sounds like a motion to adjourn.
We are, anybody else?
Before we do that, I have one more. On behalf of the Image Committee, I would just like to remind everyone that Winterfest is Saturday, January 27th. So there's a full list of activities on our website and online. So check it out. Hopefully we get a little bit more snow before then so we can have the skiing and snowshoeing.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
We got a motion, a second to adjourn.